All right, so this is my 2016 Jeep Cherokee, and it's April here in Texas. And you know what to say about April showers? They bring May flowers, and they bring money to auto parts stores because people got to buy their windshield wipers. And so today we're going to go over windshield wipers. Basically, it's one of those things that you really don't plan on, but when you want them, you need them right away, and you make a quick knee-jerk reaction and you buy the quickest, fastest way that you can find your windshield wipers. Very unlikely that you'll plan ahead and say, hey, I need some windshield wipers, and order them online and get the best deal that you can. You're going to get them where you can get them. So what we're going to cover today is a couple of options of places where you can buy some windshield wipers and where to get the best deal and what to look for in a windshield wiper. So let's get started with this. This is a, like I said, a 2016 Jeep Cherokee. I have already replaced the windshield wipers in the front, and I very seldom use this windshield wiper in the back. And it looks like, when you're looking at this, this is original equipment. It actually has all the joints that all match, and everything is original. So I mean, I suppose I could go to the Jeep dealer and pay an exorbitant amount of money for a matching windshield wiper, or I can look at it as a consumable item and realize it's something that you need to buy from time to time. So to get the windshield wipers off of the back of the Jeep Cherokee, you have to pull this little knot back, and that lets it so that you can hold the windshield wiper all the way up. And then you just take this windshield wiper and you turn it until it comes loose. There's no tools or anything. You just give it a little crank and it will come up. You can see there's a little knot right there that comes loose when you do that, and then you can pull it right off the J-hook. But there's not actually a J-hook on the backs of these. There's a little, like a brontosaurus mouth. It's a different kind of thing. But the thing is that it's still the same kind of connection with the windshield wiper. So you can still use one that will work with a J-hook on the back. So anyway, let's go find a windshield wiper. First thing you really need to know about your windshield wipers is what size that you need. So you can look them up in the book at the store, or you can just measure them. In this case, we need a 14-inch windshield wiper for the back wiper on a 2016 Jeep Cherokee. So we're going to go shopping for a 14-inch windshield wiper. All right. Here's the selection of windshield wipers at the AutoZone. Nice looking display. They have a thing to help you find what size you need for your car. Let's look at the price points that they have available here. Again, we're shopping for a 14-inch. These are all really big. That's window tint. All right, so the bottom end here, a 14-inch, $13. See if we can find some other 14-inch options here. $13. Not a whole lot of options, but the prices here are bonkers. There's a 15-inch for $40. $13-inch for $35. Not a lot of 14 inches. This is for the rear window on the Jeep. 26 we're coming down. Here's a 14-inch for $25. That's their mid-range. 14-inch for $22. That's all we got. So if you're thinking you can get windshield wipers at Buc-ee's, you would be misinformed. You can buy everything else at Buc-ee's, but this is the entire car aisle. You can get some brisket sandwiches and a hat and just about everything else. But being a gas station, you can buy gas, but that's about it. All right, so here's a selection of windshield wipers at the Walmart. They range in all different price points. They have quite a selection from Michelin, Rain-X, a lot of different manufacturers. So you have a lot of options. I'm looking for a 14-inch for the rear window. So let's look at some 14-inchers. Here we go, $26 and 19 and 15 and 14 and a $9 Rain-X and even a $7 Michelin. It's not a bad name. Anyway, so there's a lot of different products here, a lot of different options. And so if you look at it as a consumable item, then you don't have to think of it as an auto part and you can save a couple bucks. All right, so back from the store. We ended up getting the conventional fit from Rain-X. I paid about $9 for that. But in my case, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Normally, you would just go ahead and connect with the J-hook right in here. And Bob's your uncle, your windshield wipers are good. But I don't ever do anything simple. I like that this design from the original manufacturer is kind of sleek. So I'm gonna recycle this. All I did here is you can see on the original here, the end of the windshield wiper can come off of the little groove right there. What you have to do is take one end and bend it up. You bend it up high enough, then you can slide them through, and it'll get them to come through. So then you have all of this original apparatus that you can reuse, and it will be the original Jeep apparatus, and the arm will match, and everything will be cool. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and take my my new wiper here, and you can see at the end here, this piece is solid, but on the other end, there's a T, right? So that means that you can remove the wiper blade through these little arms going that direction. And so what I've done is I put a little bit of dishwashing soap on here as a lubricant. And I'm going to advance this in this direction, and I give it a wiggle, get it to go past that little bump right there. Here it comes. There we go. All right. Now we can just take this straight off and slide it back in to our original installation. This is the end. Yeah. What I want to do is, because the wipers, typical force and whatnot are going to make it go that way, I want this to be the last part that goes in. This is where it's connected to the arm, so the end will be over here. All right, got it all nice and lubricated. Got some dishwashing detergent, a little bit of water in there. We're going to take it in from the end. I want to try to keep it so that the rubber stays engaged. We don't want to go under the rubber. We want to stay on top of the rubber. And kind of wants to bend funny right here when it gets to the metal. So once we get it going, it'll be just fine. All right, that looks pretty good. And we just need to push it back by its last little zone. There we are. Everything's all in place. See these little ends on here, they catch the end, so you don't have to worry about it moving or anything. I'm going to go ahead and rinse off all this dishwashing detergent, and we'll get it installed on the car. All right, so working from reverse, you can see there's a little hook. This is how it's going to end up right here. So we're gonna push the little stud down into the little hook, just like that, and then turn it back until it clicks. There you go. Look at that, windshield wiper installed. It's not so hard. Make sure that when you think about your windshield wipers, think about them as a consumable item. You can buy them at the auto parts store, but you know, there's a better place. That's all I got for you today. Cheers.